22 pounds, or 55.3 kilograms. He is undefeated in his campaign to the ring with an outstanding record of 21 wins, no losses, 8 wins coming by way of knockout. Tonight, in his 4th world title
Maraming salamat po sa mga nag-donate. Mabuhay pod kayo.
The undefeated, reigning and defending unified WBC and WBO Super Bantamweight
Maraming salamat po sa mga nag-donate. Mabuhay po kayo.
Cool boy step, Stephen Fulton. And his opponent across the ring, tonight's challenger, the popular 3-division world champion, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing black trunks with blue trim, hailing from Zama, Kanagawa, Japan. He weighed in at 121 3/4 pounds, or 55.2 kilograms. With a sensational record of 24 wins, no losses. He has 21 big wins coming by way of knockout. Tonight, making his 20th consecutive world title appearance, here is one of the acclaimed and renowned stars of boxing and pound-for-pound greats. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the hard-hitting, undefeated former WBC light flyweight world champion, the former WBO junior bantamweight world champion, and the former undisputed bantamweight champion of the world, introducing Naoya, the monster lnoue. Let's get a referee in charge now to give instructions, Hector Afu.
Okay guys, I get instruction. The dressing room, and a clean fire. Touch glove.
The time has come. It is finally here. 12 rounds of action for the Junior Featherweight WBC and WBO World Championship. The champ, Stephen Fulton, taking on the challenger, Naoya Inoue. Christina Poncher and Michaela Mayer here with you on the broadcast. This one scheduled for 12 championship rounds.
It's really interesting to see what they're going to do here in the first half of the fight. I said I originally wanted Fulton to use that jab, really strong jab, and kind of keep that space. That's what I expected him to do, but he seems to be holding the center of the ring and kind of coming at Inoue right now.
Naoya Inoue in his first fight up at 122 pounds, coming up from being the undisputed champion at 118. A lot of people are wondering how his power will carry out 122, how he can handle the power coming from Stephen Fulton, albeit not a knockout artist at 122 pounds, or in his career 21-0 and 8 KOs, but does possess the longer reach, is the bigger fighter in the ring tonight.
Really strong jab already. And Fulton does say, he does believe, or he says he knows that he has more power than what his record indicates. So he believes that he wants to prove that tonight, and he just doesn't feel like it's been seen, but he knows that he possesses the power that people don't think he has. Inoue coming back with some strong jabs himself.
Right hand connects from Inoue as he pushes forward. Fulton moving around the outside now. Looks to step in with the lead left-hand jab from the orthodox stance. Strong jab from Inoue right back for Fulton.
It's a quick jab, too.
Both of these fighters do a lot of things really well. That's why they're at the highest level in the sport. Inoue considered by many, if not top pound for pound, at least top 5 pound for pound fighter in the world. You'd have to believe that if Fulton is victorious tonight, he shoots up those rankings as well. Jab to the body from Inoue.
Fulton is the one with the height and reach advantage, but it doesn't look like that when they're lined up face to face right now. They look very similar in size and height. They're both getting their long jabs in there. Inoue's having a lot of success with his long jab to the head and to the stomach. And you can see both of them possess a ton of speed. This fight's already starting off at a fast pace.
Inoue falls in there behind that shot.
Tripped over that front foot.
Sure did. And just like that, round one is in the books.
Boxing on Sky Sport.
Kahit na dilat yaring mata, kahit na malayo ka'y para rin kapiling ka, mahal. Kumusta ka? Panaginip.
As Inoue.
Quick look into both corners. Inoue trained by his father, Shingo Inoue. Poor boy Steph, Ibrahim in the corner. Also Julian Chua as well. Back to the stick, strong jab there from Inoue, once again followed by a right hand.
You can see how Fulton's stance is a lot wider than Inoue's. And that's because he mostly fights on his back foot. He's a puncher. He likes to keep that space and try and counter over the top, but Inoue knows that. He's not letting him get set. He's keeping him off balance by keeping that jab in his face and dropping that right hand over with combinations.
Stephen Fulton's first fight outside of the United States. And he's also facing the fifth undefeated opponent in his last 6 fights, but said, my IQ, my smarts, my experience.
Another great combination from Inoue, sorry, but he, one thing Fulton has to be careful not to do, he's a very defensive fighter. He gets that space really well, but he's got to be offensive with someone like Inoue who has such a high work rate, because if he gets behind on the scorecards because he's being too defensive, then his only chance is to knock Inoue out. And from what we've seen, the chances of doing that aren't super high at this point.
Back to the jab, upstairs, downstairs for Inoue. Much has been made about the style that Fulton was going to fight this fight. We've seen him fight a few different ways. Kudos to him because he is a great all-around fighter. But would he stand in there and bang? Would it be a trench war like it was against Brandon Figueroa? Would he lead with ring generalship, all-around mobility?
Maraming salamat po sa mga nag-donate. Pasensya na pag di ko kayo maisa-isa. Ang dami po kasi.
What do you like?
I like the space. Obviously, you don't want to sit in there and exchange big shots with Inoue, but he can't just get the space. He has to come back after that. He has to capitalize on that space. He can't just be up against the ropes with his hands up and then move out. Because he's letting Inoue just won that battle. He's got to get it back.
Strong with the jab, once again connects with Inoue. Lunging forward with that lead hand. Fulton looks to connect with the right. Fulton, little jab step feint. Just misses. Both fighters miss with the jab.
I feel like Fulton's a little hesitant to attack on his front foot because of how quick Inoue is. And how fast he can come back with a strong combination. So he's better on his back foot, but he's not meeting Inoue with combinations.
Boxing on Sky Sports. Brought to you by Voltero.
Round 3, this scheduled 12-rounder. Stab jab downstairs for Inoue and back up top. Pool boy step connects there with the lead left hand.
Fulton does have a good strong left hook as well as Inoue, but it is Fulton's strongest power punch. That's where he gets off most of his power punches, is with his left hook.
There he connects to the body, does Fulton with the jab right back. Comes Inoue.
Again, Fulton having a hard time committing to his punches going forward because Inoue is just so quick and ready to counter.
Inoue doing a good job changing levels on that jab, Michaela, not just up top, throwing it downstairs and then coming with the right hand behind it that time.
That's exactly what he's trying to do. He's trying to come over the top of Fulton's jab with his right hand. He's had success with it, but he's setting it up by jabbing low to the body, hoping that he drops his hand and coming over the top with the right.
And using the jab almost like his offense as defense right now is Inoue.
Yeah, I'd like to see Fulton just fighting him back with that jab a little bit more, not waiting for him. Inoue is a little quicker than Fulton, so he's not going to beat him to it. He's got to fight him back.
And those jabs are all scoring shots. That one blocked by Fulton. Good counter. Fulton gets a left hand counter in.
You know, that lean back that Fulton does is dangerous too, especially someone with like Inoue, who's so fast and then also follows up with combinations behind that jab. If Fulton's defense is just to pull back, he's going to get caught by the third or fourth punch. He's better off shifting side to side, inside, and closing with that, and finishing with the hook.
A lot of jabs being thrown this round by Naoya Inoue. Perhaps it looks like a little blood in the mouth of Stephen Fulton here in round 3. As he steps forward with the jab once again. And some blood from the nose, in fact.
I guarantee you it's from that sharp jab.
I mean, let's look at the CompuBox numbers real quick. Through 3 rounds, Naoya Inoue has thrown 68 jabs, landed 20 of them to just 4 jabs landed from Fulton.
Yeah, and Fulton has a great jab. I just don't think he's using it enough.
There's the lead hand downstairs, and then he gets clipped with the left back up.
Good counter there, and that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to counter with his right hand over the top, but Inoue is just so fast. It's hard to counter someone who's faster than you.
And he shakes off the stool as well. If they wanted him to take a seat, he's not good. Meanwhile, Inoue has connected with 34% of the punches that he has thrown. Fulton connecting with 14% through 3 rounds. Here we go to start of round 4. Christina Poncher and Michaela Mayer here with you. Thank you for joining us. It's a fantastic fight. The WBC and WBO belts on the line for the champ, Stephen Fulton. Double jab, right hand. Like to see more of those combinations, more combo punches from Fulton, right, moving forward, Michaela?
Definitely, he needs it. He's not going to win by trying to sit back and counter with one shot when Inoue is quicker, faster, and he's throwing more than him. You know, Inoue loves to come forward. He really does. And so someone like Fulton who's sitting back and waiting for him, Inoue does it too well. He's going to attack and he's going to do it with combinations and speed.
He goes down to the body there, trying to jab down low on Inoue. There he connects with the right hand.
Good, he just needs to follow up with the second combination.
Deflects those shots from the monster. Good defense there from Fulton.
Good defense, hands are high. He's not getting hit with anything flush. Just needs to even up the score.
Double jab. Jab down to the body for Inoue. Back to the body goes Inoue.
A little bit more of a rhythm from both fighters right now. I think that's key for Fulton too, staying in a rhythm. Not just freezing and waiting to counter, but staying in a rhythm and keeping Inoue on his toes and not letting him know what he's going to do next. Good double jab right hand. Big shots from Inoue.
His shots are just getting there faster and they're more precise on a straight line, whereas some of Fulton's shots are coming from longer distance or from a farther range, and it's just that Inoue's able to just split the difference and get right out of the way.
Inoue just has such good feet. He's so explosive and he can hop in and out of range so quickly. Where Fulton's style is just a little bit more settled, a little bit more on the back foot. Like I said, a wider stance, not so mobile and elusive.
Fulton back to the jab. Jab right hand clinch. Here his loved ones in his corner referring to him as Scooter, his childhood nickname, what he's known by back home, along with Pool Boy Steph. Got the scooter across his trunk.
Fulton was having some success moving forward there, showing combinations. I'd like to see him do more. He's fallen back now, getting pushed back a little bit.
Boxing on Sky Sports, brought to you by Fulton.
Never gonna make you cry. Promise you got E-E-Y. I'm on who high. How I love you day and night. I just wanna make you mine. This is for real, no lie. Until I die. Kung ika'y akin, dito ka sa aking tabi. Nais kong mayakap ka, bawat araw at gabi. Aaminin ko na rin na ako'y may pagtingin. Huwag ka sanang mainis kung masyadong mabilis. Kung ika'y akin, dito ka sa aking tabi. Nais kong mayakap ka, bawat araw at gabi. Aaminin ko.
Right now, Naoya Inoue has thrown 188 punches to 112 from Fulton, but Fulton's only landed 18 shots compared to 55 for Inoue through the first 4 rounds of the fight. Got to try to string some of those punches together, does Fulton here as we get into round 5.
Yeah, it's going to be picking up the combinations. That's the key right now, I think, for Fulton. He's not gonna land on Inoue with 1 or 2 shots. Great combination from Inoue. Fulton dodged that uppercut.
Strong is Inoue, although he missed with that last shot. The difference is, though, he's throwing those 3, 4, 5 punch combinations. Even if only 1 or 2 of those land, like that shot just landed right there from Fulton, in the judge's eyes, that's what they're looking at. That's one of the things they're looking at.
Yeah, that was a good snap back of the head from Fulton, and Fulton has really good defense. He'll sit there and he's blocking Inoue's shots. Inoue's so strong and powerful that it's still pushing him back, but mostly Fulton is blocking them. He just needs to come off of it now. It's not going to be good enough just to jump back and block the shot like that. He's got to be able to catch and come right off.
I think he's still having a hard time, Michaela, getting his timing down as far as his offense is concerned. Every time he goes to try to open up, he gets hit with the Inoue jab.
And it's a strong jab too. It's pushing him off balance. That's how strong Inoue's punches are. Sometimes it's hard when you have that speed and that power combined to catch and come off.
In the 17 widely recognized world title fights, Naoya Inoue has collected 15 knockouts in those 17 widely recognized world title fights. He definitely carries some power. 21 knockouts in his 24 victories. Jab connects with right back, comes Inoue. Fulton pushing forward with the jab. Jab, right hand, left hand.
You know, Naoya can attack like that now because he's seeing that Fulton's not going to punch back. He's going to take the space and he's going to try and block, but he's not going to punch while Inoue is punching. He's not going to punch in between his shots. And so it's ultimately giving Inoue confidence to press the pace and come forward.
And just when he blocks one of Inoue's jabs upstairs, Inoue, what does he do? He takes it downstairs to the body. A solid start to his maiden voyage at 122 pounds for Naoya Inoue.
There's that infamous body shot from Inoue. He throws that so well. It's such a strong left hook to the body. He stopped a handful of his opponents with that shot. That was probably one of Fulton's best combinations from that round. A great one, too.
Let's see the next level, the adjustment that can be made from the Fulton corner as we get into round 6.
Yeah, we're halfway through the fight now, so I do expect a pickup in pace.
Triple jab from Inoue to start. You hear back to the center from the Fulton corner.
Yeah, I think they know they don't want Inoue to be pushing him back and, you know, showing dominance or making it look as if Fulton's retreating and getting him against the ropes, because, you know, Inoue having anyone against the ropes is a very dangerous place, but Fulton does like to move and circle. He has to be careful not to do it too much. And like his corner said, hold the center of the ring.
Looking to counter with that right hand is Inoue. Jab down to the body once again, and Fulton can take those body shots. He's shown whether it's hooks to the body or jabs. He took a ton of them in that fight against Angelo Leo, and even stood in the trenches with Brandon Figueroa again. Showed his chin and showed that he could take the assault down low, although neither one of those guys is difficult or as heavy-handed of a puncher as Naoya Inoue.
Fulton just let a double jab go, and I was just about to say I wish he would double up that jab, because Inoue is looking to counter that first jab, and he did it. He threw a double jab and it landed great. Now he can start dropping the big shots behind it.
1-2-1 they're calling for, which is the combination he just threw a moment ago, and he missed with the first two, but then connected on the jab on the last of that 3-punch combination. But that's the name of the game. It has to be at least 2-3 punches coming from Fulton.
Yeah, 1-2-1 just to get in there. Then he's got to let a big combination go. 1-2-1 is not going to beat someone like Inoue.
Nice right hand, left uppercut from Inoue. Shot to the body there from Fulton. Both fighters standing their ground now. Under a minute to go in round 6. Nearly halfway through the fight.
They're fighting a little bit more in middle range now. I feel like now that we're at this point in the fight where they are fighting middle range, letting more combinations go, just being a little bit more free and loose. This is when I think we're really going to see this fight take it to the next level, or go to the next level.
Fulton just misses with that lunging right hand. Back and forth to the bell we go to end round 6.
Good defense from Fulton, dodging the 1-2. Looked like he was about to dig down to the body. See, Inoue is so good at stealing moments like this. Just running forward with 1, 2, 3, 4 shots. Putting Fulton on the defense. Some good exchanges inside the pocket here. It's exciting when they both get in close. They're both letting their hands go.
Yeah, they both have a good inside game. It's like inside or outside. It's that middle part, though, that
middle range.
Inoue probably has the biggest advantage. And that's said even from Team Fulton. They know they don't want to be at that mid-range. You need to be all the way out or all the way in.
Yeah, and at this point, Inoue is doing a good job from a really good job from the outside too. He has a really long jab. He's coming over the top with his right hand.
Yeah, and for what on paper is a 3.5-inch reach advantage for Fulton, it's not something that's played out to be a storyline of the fight through the first half at least.
Yeah, Fulton is not using that to his advantage. Either that or Inoue is just that spectacular.
Could be a little bit of both. That punch scores almost every time.
Good jab down the stomach, yeah. And those hurt too.
Maraming salamat po sa mga nag-donate. Pasensya na po di ko kayo maisa-isa.
Inoue just seems
Ang
a
dami
little
po
bit more.
kasi.
Oh, nice right hand. Connects there from Fulton. That one caught Inoue's attention. And I love that he went back for another one right after. He didn't just stand there and admire his work.
No, and Inoue felt that. Inoue felt that right hook.
And that was another question that people had going up in weight. How would he be able to handle the punches from a full-size veteran at 122 pounds? Nice combination there, catches Fulton up against the ropes.
So quick, so fast. That's what's dangerous about just putting your hands up and going on defense with someone like Inoue. He's just so quick.
Fulton jab downstairs. Looks to counter up top with the overhand right. Back comes Inoue with the right of his own. Down to the body with the left for Inoue. Fulton to the jab.
Fulton's got to keep that jab going. He's thrown some really good ones in this round.
Inoue doing a good job cutting off the ring as well. 4-punch, 5-punch combination from Inoue. Cuts off the ring, makes Steph go to his right.
Again, if Fulton's abandoning the jab here, he's got to keep that jab firing in his face. He can't afford to sit back and circle for 30 seconds without throwing a jab. Every time he throws it, it lands. Every time Fulton pops that stiff hard jab out, it lands. He has to keep that in Inoue's face, or Inoue's just going to gain too much confidence and keep jumping on him with 3, 4, 5-punch fast combinations. Big right hand over the top. He set it up with a double jab. Big right hand over on the side of the temple, around Inoue's guard. That's the kind of shots he needs to keep throwing. Good left hook attempt from Inoue. He's yet to really land that solid left hook that he lands so well on so many of his past opponents. Haven't seen it much in this fight. I think he's been focusing more on the jab, which makes sense. When you're going up against a good jabber versus a hooker, usually the jabber's going to win. So I think Inoue made a smart decision by deciding to fight back Fulton with his jab, and he's doing it well.
Through 7 rounds, Naoya Inoue has thrown 353 punches to 218 for Fulton, landing 101 shots compared to 46 for Stephen Fulton. Now, the CompuBox numbers don't tell the entire story, but it is Inoue has been the busier puncher through the first half of the fight, and the more efficient puncher, landing at a nearly 30% clip, particularly with shots like that. Oh, nice big hand lands, and down goes Stephen Fulton in round 8.
That was textbook. He jabbed down to the stomach. We said this earlier. He jabbed down the stomach to try and come over the top with that right hand. He's thrown it multiple times in this fight.
2 minutes left in the round. Can Inoue get this stoppage here in round 8 and become a 4-division world champion? He is pouring it on. Fulton doing his best to fight back. The referee steps in, and it is over. Naoya Inoue is now the unified junior featherweight champion of the world. Emphatic fashion.
Wow.
Four-division world champion. Monster.
He's just so quick with closing that space and letting those combinations go. And even when he's running to, and I said this and I just knew that Fulton was
Out sa UM Ring Angkal, Ms. Hari Anda, susunod na kapitan ng Lower Bikutan, mga bokeh, Daffodil Patron, Kapitan Al Cruz, Mabatong Kayumanggi, DJ Angeles, Kaharian ng Balyo, Alden Borders, Jemshid Kansigisa, YouTube Peps, Pamilya DSRT, Raul Mom Ono, salamat po. Hunter Gonzalez, taga Georgina Boarding House, Poging Oreo, Boss Jet Labrador, Renz, Paulo Laurel, Rafael Laurel.
And now a 4-division world champion and the new WBC and WBO Super Bantamweight champion of the world.
Maraming salamat po sa mga nag-donate.
Monster
Shoutout po Emren Angkal, Ms. Hari Anda, next Kapitan ng Lower Bikutan, Ramos, Narciso Pachon, Kapitan Al Cruz, Rocky Tan, DJ Angeles, Raylio Balyo, Alden Borders, Jemshid Kansigisa, Mitu Peps. DSRT Family, Raul Mom Orno, Hunter Gonzalez, taga Georgina Boarding House, Pogi Oreo, Boss Jet Labrador, Renz, Paulo Laurel, Rafael Laurel, salamat po.
Someone like Fulton in this type of fashion. Really amazing performance.
Stephen Fulton coming into this fight undefeated, went the distance in his last 4 fights. Tough fights, showed that he could fight any style, but it was just not enough tonight. As it was pretty evident from the start that Naoya Inoue had the power advantage despite on paper being the smaller fighter. Didn't look that way when they got in the ring tonight, as you know, Fulton says I'm good and takes a walk around the ring, obviously disappointed in the way that this all went down, extremely confident in his IQ, in his preparation.
Yeah, I think it really just came down to
Shoutout po Bong Ancheta, Marnad Ella, Jumbo ng San Juan. Salamat po.
Looking at this fight, I said, okay, Fulton has got to use the jab better than he's ever used it in his life. He's got to keep it in Inoue's face. And if Inoue can get past that jab, it's going to be a fight. But Inoue came in there.
Shoutout po Emrel Angkal, Ms. Hari Anda, next Kapitan ng Lower Bikutan, Ramos, Narciso Pachong, Kapitan All Cruz, Rocky Tan, DJ Angeles, Rain Rio Balyo, Alden Borders, Jemshid Canceriza, Litu Peps, DSRT Family, Raul Mom Orno, Hunter Gonzalez, taga Georgio Boarding House, Poging Oreo, Boss Jet Labrador, Renz, Paulo Laurel, Rafael Laurel, Bong Ancheta, Marnad Ella, Jumbo ng San Juan, salamat po.
He is now 18-0 with 16 knockouts in widely recognized world title fights. A dominant performance as he's given recognition there, and I mean, I have not seen anything that Naoya Inoue can't do, and he just dismantled a very talented fighter in Stephen Oyoue. I mean, excuse me, Stephen Fulton. Naoya Inoue is that dude right now.
Yeah, and honestly, he holds his weight well. He still has his power, he still has his quickness, his speed. He looks, like I said, same size as Fulton in there, so I'm excited to see who else he challenges himself against in this division.
Shoutout na rin po sa mga nag-donate na walang mga pangalan. Maraming salamat po.
He's that talented that if he wanted to go up to 130 pounds, he could.
I agree. I mean, we're witnessing a Hall of Famer right now, already in his prime, accomplishing what he has accomplished, as many world title fights. And you know what? Aside from the Donaire first fight, I mean, a lot of these fights haven't even been close. Honestly, they have not been close fights. And to not only win, but go up weight class after weight class after weight class and continue to dominate, where you're leaving no doubt, that's impressive.
Yeah, everyone thought that Fulton would be one of the toughest tests of his career. We waited for this fight for so long, and he just ended it in, even from round one, I mean, Fulton didn't win a round.
I agree. Devastating he is with that left hand.
Going it all night, and he didn't show what he was trying to do, but he's blood. He knew that Fulton was ready to go and leaps in with a huge left hook, takes him to the corner here. Huge flurry of punches, catches him on the chin with that left hook to finish it.
Would it have been any other way? You called left hook.
I called it. I knew it was going to happen. But
you didn't know if it was going to be the body, or you thought it was maybe going to be a body shot, but nonetheless, a spectacular performance, stoppage, no.
I thought we would have seen it a lot more than that. Sorry, I thought we were going to see the left hook a lot more than we did tonight, but I guess he was saving it up.
Excellent performance, and I think you're going to
Kita-kits
hear
tayo
from
sa
Naoya
Errol
Inoue,
Spence Jr.
in the ring.
versus Terence Crawford.
Of the monster. Stephen Fulton again. Steven, I mean, all the credit in the world for going over there, taking your belts, taking this fight for everything. Maybe he moves up to 126 after this. He's had a very long run at 122 pounds. And there is no shame in losing to that man tonight in Naoya Inoue. Stephen Fulton is still a phenomenal fighter.
Yeah, I think that he's made a really good example tonight, especially to this next generation, of how to make, the importance of making these big fights happen. And sometimes the risk you have to take in doing that. But I know the fans appreciate it, and hopefully everyone's watching and saying, that's the type of fighter I want to be too. I want to make the biggest fights for the fans no matter what.
And an ovation from the crowd as they appreciate what Stephen Fulton has done, from bringing the world title, giving Naoya Inoue a chance.
世界スーパーバンタム級新チャンピオン井上尚弥